After Simba rises to the throne of the Pride Lands, he and Queen Nala welcome their daughter, Kiara, and are expecting another cub. Wanting a safe place for Nala to give birth, they travel to a peaceful oasis, but not before leaving their daughter under the watch of Timon and Pumbaa. Meerkat and his buddies see themselves as bodyguards, so when they're assigned to watch over Kiara, they're less than thrilled. Their attempt to comfort her includes retelling their wildly inaccurate and hilariously self-centered version of how they supposedly defeated Scar. Enter Rafiki, the wise old mandrill and spiritual guide. Sensing Kiara's fear of abandonment and an approaching storm, Rafiki decides to tell her a story, one that's never been told before. It's the origin tale of her grandfather, Mufasa, a lion who wasn't born into royalty. We're taken back in time to when young Mufasa lived with his parents, Mazigo and Afia. Their homeland was suffering from a brutal 20-month drought. Hope arrives with long-awaited rain, but it quickly turns into a destructive flood. Mufasa is swept away by the raging waters, separated from his family. He washes up in a distant marsh, where he's rescued by Taka, a lion cub with royal blood. Taka is the young version of Scar. Their bond forms quickly. Taka's father, King Obasi, sees Mufasa as an outsider and a threat. Obasi tests Mufasa by making him race against his son for a place in the Pride. Taka, wanting to keep his new friend around. Queen Esh, Taka's mother, embraces Mufasa. As Mufasa and Taka grow older, their friendship deepens. King Obasi, still clinging to tradition and bloodline pride. While out on a hunt, Mufasa and Esh are ambushed by two aggressive white lions. Esh is wounded, but Mufasa leaps into action. He kills one of the attackers and helps drive the other away. Taka sees the fight from afar, but instead of helping, he flees in fear. Obasi learns the truth from Esh and reluctantly acknowledges Mufasa's bravery. But instead of shaming Taka, Obasi protects his son's reputation. In a quiet, ominous moment, he tells Taka never to speak of his cowardice. The bloodline must be preserved, Obasi says, and lies are tools of kings. Far away, the surviving white lion, Azebo, returns to the outsiders, a pride made up of exiled lions with rare white fur. Their leader, Kairos, is furious. The son Mufasa killed during the ambush was his own, Shaju. Now, Kairos wants revenge, and he's coming for Obasi's pride. Mufasa senses danger on the horizon. He warns the pride that the outsiders are only a day away. Obasi tells Mufasa to flee with Taka. The outsiders reach the pride, and though it happens off-screen, the outcome is devastating. Obasi, Esh, and nearly the entire pride are slaughtered. Mufasa and Taka escape, diving over a waterfall and into the river below. They meet a fierce and resilient lioness named Sarabi, who has lost her own family to the outsiders. By her side is Zazu, a sharp-witted hornbill scout. And then there's Rafiki. Rafiki, cast out by his own tribe for his strange visions and prophetic dreams, is believed to have summoned predators like cheetahs through his madness. Banished, he wanders alone until the group stumbles upon him. Initially, the lions want to eat him, but Rafiki speaks of a distant place called Milo, a place he claims to have seen many times in his dreams. In those dreams, Rafiki saw a brother waiting for him. He believes Mufasa's mother is guiding them there, and that a new kind of family awaits the young lion. Taka, secretly infatuated with Sarabi, watches her growing closeness to Mufasa. Meanwhile, danger still lurks. The outsiders are closing in. Thinking fast, Sarabi engineers a distraction. She spooks a herd of elephants into stampeding toward their pursuers. But in the chaos, she slips and is nearly trampled. It's Mufasa who dives in to save her. Yet, when she awakens, he humbly claims Taka was her rescuer. Their journey continues through a treacherous snow-covered mountain range. Sarabi confronts Mufasa. She knows he was the one who saved her. Sarabi shares something else. She believes Mufasa carries the true royal bloodline, and she sees Taka's role not as a king, but as the one destined to protect and serve Mufasa's rise. But Taka hears it all. He sneaks away and makes a deal with Kairos, the vengeful leader of the white-maned outsiders. Taka promises him revenge against Mufasa, the lion who killed Kairos' son. In return, Taka asks to join their pride. The next day, the group finally reaches Milo a hidden. Kairos and his pride arrive and prepare to strike. Deep in Milo, Rafiki discovers the sacred tree from his visions, the one that's been calling him. There, he declares Mufasa his brother, spiritually linking them as part of something much larger than themselves. The outsiders launch their ambush. In the chaos, Mufasa goes head-to-head with Kairos, only to learn the devastating truth: Taka betrayed them. Despite the betrayal, Mufasa stands tall. He rallies the animals of Milo, uniting the different species to defend their new home. As the battle rages, Kairos corners Mufasa in a cave. With Mufasa on the brink of defeat, something unexpected happens. Taka steps in. He can't let Mufasa die. He intervenes and pays the price. Kairos slashes him across the eye, leaving a brutal scar. Just then, Rafiki triggers a massive quake, collapsing the ground beneath them. The tremor kills the outsiders, and both Kairos and Mufasa are swept into an underground lake. As they struggle underwater, Kairos tries to drown Mufasa, but fate intervenes. A falling rock knocks Kairos off balance, and Mufasa manages to send him plunging to his death. Barely alive, Mufasa tries to climb out, but slips. And just like in their childhood, Taka reaches out and saves him, only this time. Outside, the animals cheer. Mufasa and Sarabi emerge from the cave as heroes. Grateful and united, the creatures of Milo crown Mufasa their king. In a quiet moment, Mufasa is reunited with his mother, Efia. She tells him the heartbreaking truth: his father, Mazigo, died in the earlier flood. Mufasa is shaken, but he stands strong. He turns to Taka and confronts him one last time. Though he allows him to stay in Milo, he refuses to call him by his name anymore. Shamed, Taka gives himself a new name, Scar. At last, Mufasa climbs Pride Rock, now formed from the earth itself, and lets out a mighty roar, cementing his legacy as king, back in the present. Young Kiara, having heard the full story, looks to the skies and roars like her grandfather. She's reunited with Simba just in time to meet her new baby sibling. And now, it's Kiara's turn to carry on the story of Mufasa.